Hello, my name is Ayesha Rekhi, and I am Canada's ambassador to the Czech Republic. I've been asked to share some thoughts on gender and diversity, and in particular, Canada's perspective and experience. For Canada, diversity is a source of strength, resilience, and creativity. It is part of our history and our success story as a country. Diversity is a fact for Canada and Canadians. So many Canadians, like my own family, trace their roots to other parts of the world. So 1 in 5 Canadians is in fact foreign-born. And many of us grew up with people from different backgrounds as our neighbors, our classmates, and our friends. In my case, I am the child of immigrants from India. I was born and grew up in Toronto, one of Canada's most diverse cities. In 2020, there is still plenty of work for Canada to do with respect to diversity and inclusion, but someone like me, a first-generation Canadian, a woman of color, a mother, is a Canadian ambassador. But when I started my Foreign Service career some 20 years ago, there frankly weren't many people who looked like me or many mothers with school-age children in our senior ranks. Having diversity doesn't always mean that inclusion is a reality. Diversity was and is a fact, but inclusion is a choice. Our Prime Minister made it a priority to have a cabinet that was gender balanced when he was first elected in 2015. And in 2020, I am pleased and proud to be among an unprecedented number of ambassadors of Canada who happen to be women. So how does inclusion happen? It is a conscious choice, and it is hard work. It means making a decision to leverage diversity, to empower individuals and groups by respecting rights, by providing equitable access to service, and fostering active participation in decision-making. We have been living through an unprecedented experience, and this pandemic has exposed blind spots. In terms of gender, for example, stay-at-home orders, which have been absolutely crucial to our collective health, have actually meant increased risk for people experiencing domestic violence. For far too many, home is not safe. The pandemic has also shed light on the fact that women make up some 70% of the global healthcare and social services workforce. In the context of COVID-19, women have been providing critical services but are also at proportionately higher risk. In this crisis, when we pause to look at gendered aspects and impacts on women, then we start to learn all kinds of things, like the value of caregiving and associated vulnerabilities. We understand a bit better women's roles, both in terms of limitations experienced by women, as well as untapped potential in the workplace. And when we break it down further and look at aging women, women of color, and so on, well, all to say, the picture is complex, and so yes, inclusion will take effort, but the potential is great. Inclusive policies and programs allow us to unlock potential and to attract more of it. The perspective from Canada, a country built on immigration with a feminist government, is that inclusion leads to a more prosperous, a more innovative, agile, and connected country. It is an approach that has worked for my home country, and it works for organizations too. We know that we can't afford, economically, socially, morally, to leave people behind based simply on their gender, race, ethnicity, religion, or physical and mental health. And now, when we have been dealing with the challenges of COVID-19, and as we start to think about rebuilding and recovery, we need to draw on all of the potential we have to research and to innovate and to make our countries and our communities more prosperous, more safe, more peaceful, more democratic. Diverse skills and abilities, diverse perspectives and networks, these will be essential for our collective recovery. For ourselves, for our children, we will need all the help we can get. I thank you for taking the time to listen, and I hope that you and your families and your friends are healthy and well.